So boys and girls, today we are doing quilling. Quilling is a very, very old craft, and it's usually done with tiny, tiny little pieces of paper. We actually are going to be using large paper, but doing the same techniques. Let me move what I was working on. These are all quilling shapes, and basically it just comes from using a long piece of paper like this. So what I'm going to do right now is show you the first step of making this one right here, which would be a coil. And there's open, closed, tight coils, large coils, but that's kind of the beginning of how you start. So what you're going to be doing is taking a pencil, and the very beginning is the part that's kind of annoying. You're going to come here, and this is the part that's annoying because you have to get that thing to stay right there. Once you have it, you're good. And what you're going to do is continue to roll it. You want to try and avoid having it start to roll over. You kind of want it to keep going on top of itself. So I'm just going to go like this, rolling, until I finally reach the end of the paper, and then I let go. When I let go, what I have now is what we call our coil. Now, if you want your coil to get kind of large like this one, then you just kind of like pull on it a little bit. Don't pull on it too much or you'll unwind the whole thing. Now let me show you what we're going to do. I'm just going to take a little bit of glue stick, put it right here on the end. And then right here, I'm not going to like squeeze the whole thing because then I'll smash it. I'm just going to kind of secure it right here. And now I have a coil. So on here, if I wanted to glue this onto my piece of artwork and maybe put it right here, I could take my glue, and this is kind of very satisfying. You're going to have this shallow layer, a little pool of glue. You're going to actually set your coil right on it and go, there you go, get all gluey. Then you're going to pull it up. When you do, the other part might stay in there and be like, no, I like it here in the pond of glue. So you're just going to take it out. You now perfectly have glue on the bottom of your coil. You're going to bring it over here and just arrange it where you want it to go and just kind of press it down and it will stay. How awesome is that? Now, let's move on to some of these other shapes. I told you before that the coil can turn into lots of different things. So let me get this guy all set up. Bring him up here. Go round. And what I'm going to do this time is glue it the same way I did the last one. But then I have the option of pinching that coil. So I'm going to close it up here. Now check out what I can do. If I want to make the teardrop shape, all I do here is take this, and I take this part of my coil, and I bet you can tell what I'm going to do. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to smash it, and I'm going to give it a good crease. When I open it up, now I have a teardrop. I love that. Now, if you want to do an eye, well, actually, let's talk about the petal. If you wanted to do the petal, all you would have to do is just kind of like bend this, and then you're going to end up with something more petally. See, like that? And if I want an eye, then you just take the whole thing and smash the whole thing on both sides. Smashy, smashy, smash. And then when you open, you kind of have to push to get it to come back alive. Say, come back. You can live. Today's not your day to die. You can make it. So now I have this eyeball. So again, I can take this, put it into the wonderful pond of glue. Kind of grab it out of there and say, it's time to leave now. Come back over here to your project and put it where you want it to go. Yay! Now, let's talk about something fancier. This, I'm using different thicknesses. If you look at my sculpture that I have going here, you'll see that some of them are higher than others. I kind of like that. So I'm going to take this one that's a little bit wider, and this time I'm going to fold it in half. Now, I'm hoping that it makes sense to you that if I were to put my pencil, I'll just show you, on this side and roll outward, and then on this one, take my pencil and roll outward. Now notice I'm not going all the way to the end. I'm leaving a little bit of space. And now I have an open V. If you want it to be a closed V, you can glue it together. And then it kind of makes like a happy little weird T or tree or something like that. So again, if I want to put that onto my thing, I dip it into the happy pond of glue. I take it off. Time to leave the pond, my friends. And oh boy, I'm starting to get tight here. Where could I put it? Maybe I can go like this and curl it up. Oh, I like it. I love it, in fact. There we go. Just kind of let it stay there. Be good. Stay there. Now, let's do something else. I can also do a heart. If I fold this in half, and this time I take my pencil and roll it towards the inside of the fold. Let go. Take this side and go towards the inside of the fold. Let it go. Look at that. How cute is that? It's too bad Valentine's Day isn't around the corner. You could make this for a friend. And yes, back to the pond of glue. Bam, bam, bam. Happy, happy. Back to my sculpture. And looky there. Cute. I like it that it's right on the edge. What we're going to end up doing is taking everyone's little sculptures and putting them together into a big, gigantic sculpture. And we're going to put it in the office. It's going to be awesome. Everyone's going to come in and say, "Did you spend $1 million on that awesome sculpture?" And they're going to say, "No, our sweet little children made that. Our sweet little students." Okay, last one. Here we go. If I coil this one going in this direction and coil this one in this direction, I'm going to end up with an S. So that's another thing you can do. Boys and girls, what's going to happen today is each of you are going to receive a square. You will be responsible for filling it with any kind of design that you want. But something that I'm going to insist upon is that you come right along the edge, because we want it to be that I can put your neighbor's sculpture right next to yours and that they look like they're all one. Now you can tell that I need to get a little more space filled right here, and I'll do that after my video. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing this today, and I think it's going to turn out awesome. Have fun.